Too much earth and it turns into a desert, hot, dry, and dull. Too much water and it turns into a mudslide. Everything goes downhill. But just the right correlation of these two elements, and life's a beach.
I'm looking for the heart in you. Sometimes I don't know what to do. Baby, looking when you ain't looking. So if you want it, you
All
better
right, let's get into
try.
it. Capricorn and Pisces. So let's talk about it, right? So this may begin off like Capricorn, you may be going into somebody's neighborhood who happens to be a Pisces. You might be there visiting a cousin, a auntie, a uncle, something along those lines. Or you might just be going to a festival, a fair of some type, and then all of a sudden you bump into this Pisces individual and y'all hit it off. There's something mystical about them. There's something even maybe a little off or something that's just kind of peculiar, but it still draws you to them, and it's just like, yo, what's up with that person? You at least want to speak to this person, and that kicks up your ambition. All right, Capricorns are ambitious. They get that ignited inside of them and they say, you know what, I'm gonna go speak to this person. And that's usually how it begins. It begins with some light conversation, right? Capricorn can also turn on the charm when it comes to meeting Pisces, because the communication sector is strong when it comes to meeting a Pisces. All right. So Capricorns, you may notice that you connect thoughts well with Pisces. This is what this individual does best when it comes to pairing up with you, is the bouncing off of ideas, because although you are extremely industrious, Capricorn, it's your soul nature, your thoughts and learning style is very imaginative. Your communicative style is idealistic. It wants to, this is where your creative power is actually at inside of your mind. This is where you get to imagine things. And even though you might be thinking you're deceiving your own self, like, oh, can this really come true? Like, can I really get this going or off the ground or do this, that, and the third? And this is like, yes, you can. And Capricorns, you usually get this belief that you can actually achieve these thoughts that you have through music. So music is a good channel for you to actually believe that you can do these things. It's like a conduit, because it takes you into the mystical side of things that says, you know, artistry and things of that nature are expressed and manifested through artistic work, right? Artistic endeavors. And that artistic endeavors are done or created through creation, through imagination. So this is what really kicks your shit up when it comes to me and a Pisces, because this is all up this dude's alley or this gal's alley, and this is where you can actually converse with somebody who is naturally a person who deals with this type of stuff, right? So boom, you get to communicating, you get to speaking and stuff. Now, this is something that can be a red flag, right? If this Pisces, if you're like giving this Pisces the keys to your car, or you're taking them out to the lot and you're getting them this, that, and the third, because you just have to push this whole structured thing over onto the person that you're dealing with, right? Say that y'all are dating and now you feel like they need a vehicle of their own, or it's going to be a vehicle that you share, whatever the case may be. Now, I know you may be thinking that you're in a business, so to speak, with this person. However, it's a red flag on your behalf, Capricorn, on your behalf. And I'm saying this because it's delusion, it's deception. It's actually should be the other way around. This Pisces should be giving you the cars. So you may have seen in different videos I speak about signs giving each other cars and stuff like that. The Pisces should be providing you a car and a way to get around and transportation and stuff like that. And you may be thinking about this like, no, I'm in control. I'm ambitious. I'm industrious. I want my own vehicle and this, that, and the third. And fine, that's fine. However, I'm telling you, you passing off that asset to a person that may have not acquired that through responsibility is a red flag on your behalf, right? Because Capricorn, you would attain those things through responsibility. So just think about it, right? How does that really equate in the scheme of things when you're trying to imply that people should have the same type of discipline and, you know, regimen that you possess in order to maintain these things, right? We're talking about Pisces here, by the way, so let me just make this clear. Now, look, that's kind of twisted too, right? Because you're like, oh, so a Pisces is supposed to be the one who provides me a vehicle or provides me a transport. And I'm telling you, yes, it's possible. It's possible, especially when you two pair up, because again, you're pairing up on the connecting of thoughts, ideas, community, and I would say trips as well. And then when you mesh the things of a Piscean world, which is photography, creativity, vision, right? Because Capricorn, not for nothing, you have vision too. And it's emphasized by the sign Pisces, right? So whatever you get into that's industrious and everything, you might have a blueprint for a building like an architect or whatever. That's up the line of Capricorn, right? That building has to get drawn by somebody, right? So that's where this whole vision thing kicks into high gear, and this is where you two match up well. So when you meet this Pisces individual and you already find them in the element of being responsible, this is how you know that this thing is more of a go than not. I also want you to be aware of this. When you go to this community, right? Because usually this is how it happens. You know what I'm saying? Again, this could be a red flag on the Pisces behalf. If this Pisces is someone who wants to constantly and continuously come to your community to meet up with you and do things around your neighborhood and stuff like that, red flag, get out of there. Red flag, get out of there. I mean, it might be cool to visit or whatever the case may be. And I would say even when that is occurring, for that to be done on some industrial or some type of creative way, or you know, whatever project that you two got going on together, make it mesh, make it happen in that type of atmosphere or environment. Do not just do this on this because y'all got the hots for each other. I'm telling you, Pisces and Capricorn, keep it light in the conversation sector, and this is how y'all maintain, this is how y'all remain. It gets very challenging and difficult should y'all get into that deep stuff that Pisces could get into. Capricorn, if you get too deep into that, it's going to pull you out of your reality or out of being grounded, and you need that. And more than anything, the Pisces is going to need you to be that way when being with them. It's okay to be different in those areas of life. That's actually going to benefit the both of you more. However, if either one of you get tugged in each other's way too much, this is a red flag. This is a no-no. You gotta get out of there. All right. Also be aware of this, as I was saying before, right? When you go into this community, be conscious that this might be a drug-filled community. Okay. This might be also a type of community where there's a lot of charity work going on, and it's a religious community. It's a lot of hospitals around, perhaps, you know what I mean? It might be a lot of nursing homes and stuff of that nature as well. A lot of institutions might be around this environment or this community, and you may want to do some type of work, some type of diligent work inside of this community. This is something that can, you know, benefit this pairing should you match it up in this kind of way. You understand what I'm saying? Now, sex, the reason why sex is good between a Capricorn and a Pisces is because, again, the emphasis is put on the communication sector. So when you're speaking with someone, especially about creative ideas that the two of you have or that the two of you agree upon as well, then it's like second nature. Communication leads to sex. The better the communication is. You know what I'm saying? It's just like that. So, however, again, if you get into that deep stuff, it's a red flag. You got to keep it light. You got to keep it airy, as the third house in Gemini suggests. And this is how you maintain and remain. Again, the Pisces utilizing drug usage. You know, you might think that it's cool if you two go get a nightcap or whatever the case may be. Again, these are things that amplify, or should I say, trigger sexual responses from people when they're sedated. And this is only for some. I'm not saying that everyone has to get under the influence in order to become sexual. However, especially in this culture, a lot of people do, and they use that as a vice. You don't want your Pisces individual to be utilizing that for that purpose. This is a sign of addictions, ruled by drugs. So again, if this person is utilizing that as a vice, that I would say enhance. I'm not going to say to enhance it, because sometimes people use drugs for recreational use, which is a poor term if you ask me, and other times people use it for experimental use. if this gal or this dude is not a scientist or like some person who travels the world to test herbs and shrooms and stuff like that to figure out, what foods are better for the digestive system and all that, don't get deep into that shit, because should you get pulled into that, you can lose your whole seriousness and groundedness. It's not a fucking word. I know that's not a word, but you understand what I'm saying, right? So this is what I got for you, Capricorn and Pisces.